turns out you can row the boat on land? Could I have used this info to better secure that villager from episode 1? Will I ever master the Minecraft boat? Stay tuned to find out. Hello friend, and welcome back to my Minecraft Swamp Let's Play. In our last episode, we built our starter base and started thinking about how to connect everything as we build. As you can see, I've cleared out this space in preparation for our next build, an enchanting treehouse. We'll also be doing some river remodeling and simple pathing to continue tying everything together. I have pretty much everything I need to get started on the treehouse except sand, so we're going to grab that. And while we're at it, let's bring home the pack of dogs that have been hanging out close by. I've seen a lot of places like this where the water looks like it's just coming to the edge of the land and then just pours over into a cave. I would love to imitate it somewhere in the swamp. Oh, you can see the portal in the village close to our cottage from here. Well, it looks like the dogs didn't make it back with me, but maybe that's a good thing since we have all these unprotected sheep around. I didn't even think about that before. Okay, I'm gonna go find the dogs, have them sit somewhere safe while I get these sheep fenced up and protected. Editing Ghost here, popping in to give you some notes as you watch me continue to struggle with this build. I will say first of all that I do love this build, but I just wanted to give some tips for anyone who decides to try this build in survival. I once again am following a tutorial from Jackson Wild, the same channel that had the cottage tutorial from our last episode. I do really like the way that they give tutorials because they are quite educational. I feel like I'm getting really good information that will help me to gain more confidence in finding my style and creating my own builds. However, there were a couple of things that made this difficult build even more difficult, and I thought I would share them with you. The first and most frustrating thing is that there is a lot of going up and down, which is very easy when you're in creative, since you can fly around, not so much in survival. I did take this into account before I started building the tree, because I ran into the same issue with the cottage. It just felt way more tedious and hard to deal with in this build. Finally, when I was almost completely done with the tree, I realized I could put a ladder up the trunk, and it made things so much easier. I wish I had figured that out sooner, but I'm learning. Another thing I wanted to mention is that at the beginning, when the tutorial gives the materials list, it says stripped dark oak instead of stripped oak, and at first I was okay with that. But once the build was almost done, I decided, no, oak definitely looks better. Normally this would be really no big deal to change, but there is sand resting on those blocks, so changing it out from the dark oak to the oak with sand falling down made it more difficult. With all that being said though, I'll turn it back over to you, Leapy Ghost. I think this is the perfect addition to our swamp, and I think I will for sure be able to make it work as an enchanting tree. I'm very excited about that, though it's not the reason I wanted to build this so quickly. I'm thinking about building a treehouse village in the mangrove swamp for our villagers, so I wanted to see how difficult this would be to build and if it would even be practical for villagers. And I'm leaning towards no on this. Maybe I'll be able to use it as a template. I'm going to think about it some more. Definitely excited to get an enchanting setup going, and this tree really gets the vibe going here that I'm going for. But I think I want to step away for a bit. While we were building this tree house, we got a lot of traders come through and got me thinking, I want some emeralds. So let's head to the village nearby and see who we can sell to there, and hopefully we can grab a couple of villagers to bring back. We can make them Fletchers, and they can stay in the cottage with the dogs. And we can start getting some emeralds. I thought for sure you could get the boat up blocks. Am I crazy? Huh. Well, this is gonna be fun. Today's episode was so fun. I love the way everything's coming out, and for all my griping about this treehouse, I love it. I love it here. But are you thinking what I'm thinking? We definitely need more frogs. So next week, let's get back to looking for slimes. For now, I'm gonna try out my new nap spot. Bye guys.